Welcome inside West Edmonton Mall and getting set for Game 5 of Day 3 here at the Brick Invitational. Rory McGoran joined alongside Theo Tutkaluk as we get set for the Manitoba Junior Ice, taking on the Western Selects. Both teams below the playoff line, but now with 3 games gone and 3 games to go, if you can run the table, you got a chance to making it back in the playoffs, and it starts here tonight.
We called it Moving Day Wednesday, but maybe it's Measuring Day because the Manitoba Junior Ice came in. This is going to be their second game in the day, already playing to a win, getting 3 points in their first game. Now they have a chance to leapfrog and get to 6 points in the third day.
Down to ice level for tonight's message of reconciliation and national anthems. Chief Willie Littlechild will have us our message of reconciliation to start off every game here at the Brick Invitational. As you look at the team Manitoba, 1-2 record. They do have 3 points as they won that game in regulation, lost both the others in regulation. And that's for the Western Selects, 1-2 record as well. 2 points, though, as their win came in overtime.
As chief, I welcome you here to the Treaty 6 territory. This land has been traditional reason for homeland for the Métis people of Alberta, the Inuit, and ancestral territory of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, and Nakota Sioux people since time immemorial. The recognition of our history on this land is an act of reconciliation, and we honor those who walk with us. Thank you, Kinanasko now. Thank you.
The Western Selects down to our broadcast left, Manitoba Junior Ice down to our broadcast right as the home team in tonight's matchup. As we're going to look at your goaltenders taking place for Team Manitoba. Either Cale Friesen will get the start or Grady Maseko. Maseko's been the busier of the 2 goaltenders, stopping 26 of 33 shots. Cale Friesen on the other side, 10 of 13. And how about on the other side, talking about a busy goaltender, Donovan Chavez has already faced 53 shots in this tournament through 2 games.
If you had an appetite for vulcanized rubber, Chavez is the guy. 53 shots is incredible. Trying to keep as many of them out of the net, but doing a great job for the Western Selects, as they have one win already, as do the Manitoba Junior Ice. Whoever wins this game, whoever comes up on top, has a really good shot of putting pressure on those top 3 teams in their division to gather more momentum as they finish off the round robin play. As we know, the top 3 teams enter in to that championship round 2 here at the Brick Invitational. One thing also to note, Roy, before we start, if you look at the lineup of the Manitoba Junior Ice, they only have 4 defensemen dressed as opposed to the 6 of the Western Selects. So that could be a key ingredient here, knowing that they've already played a game literally 5 hours ago. How much the defense will be involved in the offensive play, but also how wary they may be on the defensive side. So a key thing to check on here as they take on the team from, quite frankly, Western United States.
Well, get a look at your starting goaltenders in net. It'll be Cale Friesen for the Manitoba Junior Ice, a .777 save percentage and a 3 goals against average. On the other side, it's not Chavez. He's going to get a break. And in for the Western Selects comes Henry McDonald. Stopped 13 of 17 so far through his one outing. .760 goals against average for McDonald, as the Western Selects will bring it into the zone. As you mentioned, both teams 1 and 2. Winnipeg with 1 more point than the Western Selects. They have 3. Selects have 2, as the Selects win came in overtime. Both of these teams picking up their win over CCM Chicago. In the final 30 seconds, it was the Selects with the sustained pressure, brought back out of the zone, trying to carry it out is Cotronillo for Manitoba, slid back out, Calder on it, and Manitoba will whip it back into the corner wall. Back for it goes Mulligan. He'll tuck himself around the net of McDonald. Now gets a little pressure there, as coming in was Bentley Peters for Manitoba into a scrum. Mulligan's in there, digging away at it for Western Selects is RJ Celebrini. 2 players from Manitoba waiting outside the scrum. Now it pops out. Chance for Selch. Shot stopped by Manitoba. Stopped by McDonald. Back around the net. Mulligan playing it up to Adrian Russo, the defenseman wearing number 97. Couldn't clear. Back around the net. Mulligan after it. Cale Nickel for Manitoba has played up near side. Now CJ Panza will work it back outside the zone. Stick checked off the puck. Finding it is Anderson, the defenseman. He'll jump into the play for Manitoba. Poke check by Panza. Selch gets back. He'll work it in for Manitoba, going with them. Throwing it back, it's Nickel, the trailer. Chance, shot blocked. Hit Mulligan in front. An opportunity quickly there for Manitoba.
And we have a hand up here by the official as he blows the whistle with the possession. We're going to see our first power play, a hooking call against the Western Selects. We'll see who the guilty culprit is here, as McGrath here, the official for one of the games, and Shaw, his counterpart. And they're going to see who is being called. We have to find the player on the bench. He tried to hide on him.
Might be Russo, or it's Calder heading towards the penalty box, number 19.
Sneaky little player.
They'll find him.
They'll get him.
Power play brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group and Scotia Wealth Management. Today's game brought to you by The Brick. Is Simpson, a long distance shot from the point on the power play. In towards the corner wall, eating it up, trying to kill off some time is Jet Longridge. Number 80, the defenseman for Western Selects. Still looking for his first point of the tournament. Back in towards far side, Selch drives back up the wall. Nickel will play it down low. Now peeling off the boards, in towards the slot. Selch up top. Simpson throws it down the wall, back up, give and go here for Simpson. Sun peering back out from behind a cloud. Shot, scores! What a shot coming there from Cale Nickel over the shoulder of McDonald. It's a power play goal and 1-0 Manitoba.
Power play marker for the Manitoba Junior Ice as Simpson was waiting for that passing lane to open up. I thought it was going to go earlier across the circles, but nonetheless, Simpson gets the pass off the sidewall, and then he finds Nickel, and Nickel then pauses a bit, looks to the middle of the ice, and then rifles a shot glove side over McDonald to make it a 1-0 game on the power play, 1-for-1 for the Junior Ice.
Cale Nickel's second goal of the tournament, 4th point. Simpson should pick up an assist on that one too, and we'll get your scoring summary coming up in the next stoppage of play. As McDermott will bang it back in for the Selects. An early 1-0 lead here for Manitoba, 9:30 remaining in the first period, as 2 bodies will go back and tie up into the corner wall. Morrow banks body down to the ice. Following it up is Connolly. Power play goal, wraparound chance. Not sure where was it with the goaltender. It's the in-house announcement here. Cale Nickel with his second goal of the tournament. Drew Simpson with the primary assist. And Lyric Selch, the secondary assist. So Selch is going to pick up his 5th point of the tournament. Now 3 goals and 2 assists. And as for Simpson, his 3rd assist here for Manitoba. Back into play. Wrapping around the net, trying to clear the zone. Gavin Krieger gets a little help out there from King. Now more support from Morrow. Selch throwing it back down low. Inside the zone. Icy can be waved off. Hustling with plenty of speed. Coming the other way is Cotronillo. Wrap-around opportunity and a loose puck. Cotronillo at the side of the net. Somehow that stayed out.
Cotronillo just didn't realize he had the entire cage wide open. He pushed it all the way across the blue paint. You probably wish he had that one back.
Morrow shot the other way. Stopped by Friesen. We might have to get a replay of that on that empty net. I think it hit the near side post, or did it just roll right through the blue paint?
I think it just rolled right through. It hit off the pads of McDonald, and it slid right to him, and he was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And he's like, he shoveled it just across the blue paint.
Lorenzo Cotronillo looked skyward afterwards. Couldn't believe it. Still 1-0 Manitoba. Slap shot from the point. This one wriggles towards the net and paddled away nicely there by the goaltender in Friesen. The battle ensues. Played up to the near side by Manitoba. They'll send it out of the zone, and after it goes Rodrigue. He gets squeezed out along the wall. Nice little bump there, and offside going to be called. R.J. Celebrini getting involved. 7:58 left here in the first.
Yeah, there was Cotronillo and his counterpart trying to carry the puck in was Rodrigue. Just not enough real estate. And like you mentioned, the Western Select's able to pin them across the boards along the blue line, give up possession. We get an offside call. Peters here taking the face-off for the junior ice.
Peters, Celebrini tied up together. Those two bounce now inside Western Select zone. CJ Panza will work it down across center ice. Flip back. Good job by Panza to get the body in the way, blocking the attempt getting out by Manitoba. Now Panza down towards the side of the wall. Stripped of the puck and played back to the line. Held in by Russo. Second effort, though, will be followed up by the junior ice and sent across center ice. Picked up by Jarzima. He'll go wide, watched by Mulligan, throw it onto the net, stopped by McDonald, rebound in towards the corner. Racing after that one is Hailstone. Looking to lead back in front of the net as it bounced to Calder at the line. Hailstone getting back, right back down low. It'll roll on top of McDonald. He sees Peters crashing in front of the net and will hold it for a whistle.
Great job by McDonald using the paddle down on the ice earlier to block the blue paint on that pass from behind the goal line. There was a couple of junior ice players, one being Jarzina, as he was trying to gather that puck. McDonald putting the blocker down to make sure the pass did not get through.
In towards the far side, glove hand side of McDonald for an offensive zone draw for Manitoba. They lead the game 1-0. Also the shots 3-2. Shot known coming from the point and doesn't count. Is up and over the net. Now Koenig in the corner, wanting to hold the puck in for Manitoba. Nickel, the goal scorer as well. Both of them battling up against Longridge. And this one sent out. Smith, a race in there for the defensive play was Zeltinger. Gwynn waiting for it outside, doesn't get to him. A long shot there by Koenig, and that one steered back into the far side. Smith will battle it all the way out down the left wing. Zeltinger has it moved past his skate at the blue line all the way down in behind the net of Friesen. Worked into the corner, 6:30 left in the first period, 1-0 Manitoba as Leibowitz will throw it back towards the side of the net. Zeltinger putting the body aside, throwing it up the ice, now clearing it out of the zone was Selch. Racing for it's Koenig, tied up with Longridge, back up across center. And a little bit of time here for Simpson now, a rolling puck into his own zone. He'll settle it down, hard off the glass, and back all the way out inside Western Select zone. Gwynn.
Junior ice using a good job, finding the open ice there and making sure they're trying to get to 50-50 pucks a little better. They're skating a little bit better than the Western Selects, but I know that both teams are going to continue strong.
Off the boards. Played back in front of the net by Cotronillo. Longridge back around the net. We'll go far side up for Connolly. Connolly now, a little bit of room to make sure he gets out of the zone. Cross ice pass nicely to Gwynn, but it bounces over his stick. And that'll be played back by Manitoba. Krieger took a little bit of a high hit there as trying to barrel through was Rodrigue. No call on the ice. 4-2, the shots on goal. Now McDermott wide around Rodrigue. Nice effort to bring it into the zone. McDermott still with it. Knifes his way into the slot and peeled off the puck. The back check there by Cotronillo. Bouncing one for Manitoba, right towards the net dangerously. It rolled off the stick of McLean. We saw him taking warm-ups and unleashing a couple of slap shots. He's got a cannon.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to find the net, and he's got a lethal slap shot. We'll see if he unleashes one.
Back towards the half wall. Now off was Connolly. Connolly couldn't get the shot towards the net. Just 2 so far for Western Selects in the opening 7 minutes. And this one backhanded way up and nearly into the second deck as Moore got a little bit too much loft on it. And let's head now to the replay camera. I believe, do we have the chance or is this the goal? The chance by Coach Renio at the side of the net. As it slips back, here you see wide open.
And there's Coach Renio waiting.
The puck comes to him.
And he just puts it through the blue paint.
I think it may have been kicked off his skates. He was trying to get it back to his stick. And you're right, no post. It went right through the blue paint. But Coach Renio, great opportunity there to try to double Manitoba's lead. Back in the play, Connolly now tied up. Worked King, trying to hold it in. Can't. Played back out. Here's Jarzino. Back far side, shot into the glove of McDonald. Or Jarzina, pardon me, Jace. Now we're going to stop its play. An offensive zone draw coming from Manitoba.
3-on-2 for the junior ice there as Jarzina goes wide and passes it over. McDonald making sure that glove is working, gets the leather on it to get a face-off.
Peters on the offensive draw for Manitoba. 4:28 here in the first. Good tie-up there on the face-off for Western Selects, as that was R.J. Celebrini, allowing his team to get it outside the zone. They got to check up now. Back for Russo, in behind the net. He'll tuck himself there, wait for Peters to pick a side, goes the other side. Jarzina strips, chance in front for Peters, big save, McDonald.
Great save by McDonald. Equal, though, was Mulligan. Mulligan getting that rebound right away from the junior ice forward in Dunsmore, I believe it was, having the opportunity for that rebound, but quicker was Mulligan.
Celebrini now back the other way. He'll drop for Panza. He's got a lane, shoots, and driving back towards the left with the goaltender Friesen. The other pad save back the other way. Out comes Manitoba. Koenig rattles off his stick. Russo will lay it back in. Panza deflects it. Calder going in. Screaming defenseman there, and Simpson trying to get the puck away from Calder and Panza. Panza now battling back behind against Cale Nickel. Panza still battling. He'll win the battle. Get it out. Calder. Leibowitz shot blocked. Right. Chance for Russo. That one blocked point blank as well. I believe it was Selch. No, pardon me, Nickel it was.
The delayed penalty is here coming up with junior ice.
So second power play, or first power play, mind you, going to be given to Western Selects, and they will go on the man advantage. They trail by 1. 3:08 left in the first period.
The junior ice are all looking at the official. Which one of us is going to get this penalty? Because it looks like it's going to be Simpson heading to the box. But they all looked at the official and, who is it? Is it me? Is it you?
Power play brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group and Scotia Wealth Management.
Just 3 shots for the Western Selects here. Cale Friesen making a great save with that left pad on the last one, sliding across and making the rebound away from the front of the net.
It'll be Smith, Celebrini, and Leibowitz up front on the power play. On the point is Longridge and Calder. So 4 forwards coming out here for the Western Selects on this man advantage. Their first one of the game. Into the corner now with possession. Back up top, Celebrini to Longridge. Longridge shakes off Koenig, throws it back down. Now a race for it in the corner. Played up. Koenig can't get it past Longridge. Get the body against the boards to hold it in. Now here comes support. As Celebrini's in, digging at it. The work, though, for Koenig. Killing off a little more time. Finally, it's in behind the scrum and be dug out by Leibowitz. Calder, near side Smith. Up top, Calder. Looking for a lane. Finds Smith back on the right. Top of the circle. Calder. As those two trying to shake a lane open. Smith now drives down. He gets a step around Nickel. Nickel gets back, and Calder takes it away from him. 48 seconds gone on the power play. Calder. This one slid all the way down the ice. And Koenig will turn off for a line change.
Both forwards going off. Koenig, Nickel, great job getting that puck and causing some confusion. Even though he got beat by the pass, he quickly back checks and takes possession away from him to clear it down the ice.
Leibowitz back in. Slid away from him. Celebrini. Knocked it to the line, not out. Held by Russo. Shot blocked. That one hit a leg in front. It was Zeltinger. Gathers it into the corner. Manitoba now will find it and fly it down the ice. Dump it down the distance. Back around the net. Here's side Russo. 30 seconds left on the first power play. He'll go up for Morrow. Poke check nicely now. Morrow gets a little deeper, but turned right around and all the way down for Manitoba again. Strong penalty kill for them. I don't think one shot on goal yet for Western.
Not yet. They've just been very hemmed onto the outside of the ice. And like you said, the forwards have been able to get inside those passing lanes to block up those passes heading towards the front of the net.
Morrow back the other way, goes wide. Now will spin back up top. 6 seconds left for Simpson exits the box. Morrow, slap shot, stopped by Friesen. Rebound, Gwynn wanted it, but knocked into the corner by Manitoba. Sent back, good hand-eye by Morrow there to knock the puck down. Into the mix, up to the line. Russo, he'll lay one towards the net in the final minute now of the first period. Out at far side. Gwynn in there as well for the Western Selects. Both teams trying to fight for puck battles back behind the net of Friesen. McLean, the defenseman, will spin it back up the wall. Morrow keeps it in the zone. 36 seconds left in the period. All the way back to the line. Driven back down by Max Blake. Now it wraps around the net. Russo, once again, will fire it towards the net. This one deflected. Beautiful by Morrow. You saw him use that hand-eye once to keep the puck in along the wall, and then Hare getting the deflection and knocking it down.
Prior to that, Zeltinger playing goaltender, making a couple of block shots with the pads. Russo on that last shot, getting high in the air, possibly close to that high sticking call, but Moreau able to deflect it into Friesen's pads. He's stopped that for a whistle with no rebound.
Tough save for goaltender too, as he tracking that one about chest high and it drops right to the ice surface.
And add the sun dynamic to it as well. We don't only talk about the sun, but you're looking up there, you might catch a glimpse of it, and all of a sudden, where is it going? Down to the ice it goes, a couple bounces, and behind the back of the net.
5-5, the shots on goal now, as 1-0 Manitoba leads this game. The goal by Cale Nickel with 18 seconds now left in the first period. Russo trying to hold it in, gets a little help from Celebrini. And this one now along the left wing should fire it out to center. It does. Back for Mulligan. Maybe one last rush up the ice. Mulligan, though, going to take it all the way back behind the net of McDonald. Mulligan up the boards and going to be carried out by Calder, but that's going to do it for 12 minutes of play, I should say. One period of play here between Manitoba and the Western Selects. As we can head in a quick highlight here and get the handiwork. How about the shot here for Nickel?
Just an amazing timing play. Like, if you watch it break down, there's Simpson waiting. First he gets it down low and gets it to Seltz. Now Seltz sends it back up to Simpson. He's looking already across. He sees the forward there move a little bit. Nickel, rising wrist shot right over the glove. Maybe it catches McDonald a little bit off guard shooting from that angle, but nonetheless, a great seeing eye shot over the glove to make it 1-0 for the Manitoba Junior Ice. And great job by Simpson to kind of peer away from that forward, causing that forward to move away from that diagonal pass because it was available finally. And great pass, a little skipper, if you will, over to Nickel.
Put it into a soup can of an area above that shoulder. Wasn't much room there, but found it.
Not at all. And you watch these young players, we've made this comment several times, they're using the wide ice and spreading the ice, knowing their its assignments. Defensively and offensively, they have a set play going sidewall to defense, watching that defenseman crawl across the blue line. Rory, you've seen that time and time again in games you've called all of the last several years in your life. That's a skill that when defensemen have it, it opens the ice and it spreads it open, giving better passing lanes. And to have it at 10 is truly amazing.
Yeah, the hockey IQ already instilled in all the players here at the Brick Invitational is exceptional. But that's what you expect from the best of the best 10-year-olds.
Not only from the 10-year-olds on the ice, but the amount of years they have behind the bench too. Like some of the players, the coaches that come to these things are truly like years and years of experience, but also just their experience through juniors, showcasing NHLers. Something these kids are just loving to have that opportunity with.
So teams will switch sides. Manitoba with a 1-0 lead. You just saw the goal there by Nickel. Looking for more at the point was Anderson. Trying to jam it in another sharp angle stop, but stopped by McDonald. And he'll hold it on without a rebound.
Anderson trying to get that shot from the blue line through. It caroms a couple of times into the corner. And we get that shot from the junior ice with the stop by McDonald.
It was Liam Hailstone, the final trigger man there. Yes, it was. 91, working back down low. Mulligan. Up now for Smith. Western tries to start a breakout of their own zone, but knocked right back in by Simpson. He's been good so far in the opening 12.5 minutes of this game. At the point, sent back down. That was Dane Anderson. Squeezed off the puck. Russo battling with Hailstone. Mulligan back there. Manitoba wrap-around chance, and down is McDonald strong, keeping that puck in front of him, and the rebound kicked away now. But Manitoba still with pressure. Opening 50 seconds been all junior ice here. Hailstone a chance. Another one flipped back down low. Western having trouble clear at the side of the net. A shot coming. That one stopped, blocked in front. I think it hit Mulligan. Twisting, turning, another great shift. Peters is the one doing all the work down low, looking to work it back out in front. For the junior ice is Ryan Koenig. Koenig out in front to Hailstone, and stick lift just enough by Smith, and able to prevent that shot. Leibowitz now right back the other way. He can fly. Leibowitz backhand pass. Gwynn shoots. Missed wide on the glove side. Out for Manitoba. Back and forth action. Here goes Peters. Peters wide, looking to set up someone at the side of the slot. No one's there except for Leibowitz, and Leibowitz will go up to Connolly. Connolly dipping in. He's got King behind him. Connolly shoots this one well wide. Rattles off the corner wall. In off the bench is Morrow. He'll drag it back. Looking to set up Connolly behind the net. Morrow spins back onto the half wall, playing it all the way back to the point. Long distance wrist shot, blocked point blank. That one in by Gavin Krieger. Now Morrow back up top, hops over the stick of Krieger. Koenig trying to get a step on it. Racing back is the other defenseman for Western Selects. Koenig now going to get a penalty as he takes down Austin McDermott. And it's going to be a second power play of the game for the Western Selects.
Just really unfortunate with that loose stick as they were both battling for the puck as it skipped over McDermott. McDermott had to turn and burn, go from back to forwards, and then that stick, like you said, got caught in between the skates of McDermott. An easy call for the officials as Koenig's going to sit for 2 or less for the penalty on the junior ice. We get to see this power play again as the setup of Smith and Calder trying to discuss some pre-face-off discussion. We'll see what happens.
Winnipeg didn't allow Western to have a shot on net there last power play. It's the second time. They're 0 for 1. And right off the draw, Manitoba, I'm doing the same thing with the Manitoba junior ice as I did with Saskatchewan junior Pats. Bouncing it back in is Selch, shorthanded. We'll just roll it on net of McDonald, and McDonald will cover it up. Selch has had a strong game so far.
Has the lone assist on one of the 2 assists on the goal. He's got 5 points, I believe, on this tournament. And yeah, the jerseys look good. I know.
You constantly mention that.
I like. I'm a fashion guy. You dress well, Roy. So do these kids. And whoever put these jerseys together, congratulations. They look fantastic.
Now sending it all the way down the ice. McLean, once again, just dumps it right back in. Strong kill in the opening 30 seconds. On the penalty to Manitoba and Koenig. Back comes Leibowitz. Leibowitz enters. Gonna dust it off. Up top for Calder. Calder shot towards the net. Stopped by Friesen and reaches out and grabs the rebound before Western could get more bodies in front of the blue paint.
I think that was one of the discussions that Leibowitz and Calder were having prior to that initial offensive faceoff when the power play began, trying to get more shots on net and then get Friesen to leave a couple of rebounds perhaps. And like we saw there, more pressure given to in front of the netminder of the junior ice.
Coming up in today's next action will be the Connecticut Junior Rangers taking on Team Pennsylvania. Calder off the boards. Shot that one wide. Western still looking for their first shot, or second shot on the power play, I should say. Calder, far side. There's Smith, top of the circle. Back door, chance for Longridge, fires and blocked in front. Simpson again gets the body in the way.
Sacrificing the body. Great job taking low while Friesen took the high. It went off Simpson to the sidewall.
Calder now fires this one wide. Shot, scores! Leibowitz, power play goal. Tie game 1-1.
Great initial save by Friesen, but the rebound was sitting right on Leibowitz's stick. Leibowitz makes it a no-doubter. Upstairs where Mama hides the cookies, it makes it a 1-1 game.
Leibowitz picking up his first goal of the tournament, second point. And the shot, that's all you gotta do is get it through. It went just to the side of the net. Rebound kicked off to Leibowitz. And that shot from the point, creating that easy tap-in goal for Leibowitz.
That might have been the discussion, like we said earlier, just getting that first shot on net and then causing some trouble to the front of the net. And like you said, Leibowitz making no mistake on that. Getting the marker on the power play, a power play marker for Leibowitz, his first of the tournament.
Donovan Densmore will take the face-off here for Manitoba. It'll be Morrow, but it's won back by Densmore. Driven in by the junior ice, courtesy of Davis Moore. Back behind the net, Mulligan battling. That is Contronillo. Chance in front, shot, scores! Dawson Densmore answers right back, and Manitoba's back up by 1, 2-1.
A great pass from behind the goal line, and that's exactly what the Manitoba Junior Ice needed. A quick response after that power play marker by the Selects. They get one of their own, this time on 5-on-5 action, as Dunsmore, first of all, had that puck move off his stick a little bit, but regathered control and then shot it over the glove of McDonald.
About 18 seconds after Western scores, Densmore works it in front and has his first point of the tournament.
Might have been Rodrigue giving the assist from behind the goal line. We'll see who gets the assist marks from the official scoring.
Our official in-house announcer's got some catch-up work to do now. 2 goals yet to announce. As a scrum here off the opening face-off after the goal, 8:23 left in the second period, 2-1 for Manitoba. They take their lead right back, bringing it back in for Western. Austin McDermott, high-rising wrist shot into the glove of Friesen, and he'll hold it for a whistle. Friesen now stops 7 of 8, and on the other side, McDonald, 7 of 9.
That was one of those interesting shots right above the glove. It could have gone over the shoulder, over the crossbar, just making sure Friesen makes the glove save.
So Leibowitz's goal was assisted by Rylan Calder, my apologies, along with Longridge. Jet Longridge and Rylan Calder picking up the assists. And then I believe they said 19 as well. As back comes Manitoba, another long shot. So Densmore getting his first goal of the tournament to go up 2-1. And you're right, Tobias Rodrigue was the one passing it out from behind the net. And Lorenzo Contronillo is the second assist on the goal by Densmore. So Contronillo, his second point of the game. Densmore, or second point of the tournament. Densmore's first point of the tournament. And same with Rodrigue picking up his first point of the tournament for Manitoba. Back comes Peters down the right wing. One-on-one, watched by Krieger. Will flutter a backhand that goes behind the net. Contronillo into the corner, picking it up. Backhand for Peters, looking to center it to Selch. Bounced off a leg and back behind. Into the corner, Peters, Selch. And it's Koenig out there as well, the third forward. Bouncing one to Koenig. Squeezes it onto the net and stopped by McDonald. Had to be quick on that one as it kind of materialized out of nowhere.
Absolutely. Right off that face-off mark, Koenig gets that puck and he takes a quick shot on McDonald. McDonald had to be quick on his response. Quick action there as he takes it off the right pad and makes the save to hold the whistle. Face off to the right-hand side of McDonald as it gets dropped.
Back to the point now is working it for Manitoba. Selch shot, looking 5-full rebound, they score! Second of the game for Cale Nickel. And again, a shot coming through from the point will lead it all off. It's 3-1 for Manitoba.
Nickel with his second of the afternoon. As I break my voice. Selch probably going to get the helper as he took the shot, the one-legged ostrich shot, if you will, and getting it on net. Rebound in front of McDonald, making no mistake, is number 10, Nickel, to get his second of the afternoon.
Third goal here of the tournament for Cale Nickel. That'll go along with 2 assists. 5 points for Cale Nickel.
I should say flamingo shot, not the ostrich.
That's right.
Flamingo,
Flamingo,
my apologies.
Sleep on one leg.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't sleeping there. He got that shot right through, and it was a great-looking shot by Selch.
Selch now battling at center ice. He'll pick up another point. Probably 2 assists now for Selch. And in comes Calder, and he'll be offside against Selects.
Great response again by the Manitoba Junior Ice. Now that's 2 unanswered goals so far. 12-8 are the shots in favor of the Manitoba Junior Ice. As we see a face-off here with Celebrini for the Western Selects taking on Densmore, I believe.
Celebrini and Densmore. Won by Manitoba. Rodrigue, 1 point in tonight's game, will drive it down the boards. Into a little bit of a mix where Western Stars will find it. Calder. Cale Nickel getting credit for the second goal here on ice. Selch, yes, picks up the secondary assist. And Drew Simpson, another assist. So the same 3 come together. 2 points for all 3 of Nickel, Selch, and Simpson.
Delayed call here against the Western Selects. Going to be a hooking call. As I believe it was Contronillo trying to get through the attack zone. We're going to get to the
goal by Western first. We'll get a look. As it was Leibowitz, he saw the rebound come off the pad there, and no mistake, up and under the bar.
Did it go off the pad or off the post?
I think off the pad.
Okay. Nonetheless, great job by Leibowitz to find that loose puck and put it upstairs above the pad to make it a 1-1 score at that time between the Ice and the Selects here.
Since then, it's been 2 straight goals for Manitoba, and now they're back on the power play. Simpson down low, Nickel. Peters in front of the net, Selch. The pass comes to him and pushed it wide. Russo will roll it around. Walking off the boards, a backhand shot by McLean. That one up and over the net. Simpson unable to hold his own, going to be offside, and Manitoba just elects to touch it. We'll get a face-off outside of the Western Select Zone.
Good start for that power play so far. Nonetheless, we have junior ice. The junior ice are really using that ice. Great setup, not going right to the front of the net, but going offset a little bit, getting a better passing lane from behind the red line.
Power play brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management. Celebrini trying to bang that in. Pardon me, that's Calder. Number 19 on the Western Selects, Peters. Far side, Simpson. Trying to leave it back for Peters. Does. Peters now calling for it. Up top is McLean. Wants to let that cannon go, doesn't he?
He's loaded.
Near side, Selch. A minute and 17 left on the power play. 5.5 left. Now a penalty coming up here. It's going to Russo as he got a hit on Peters underneath the camera angle. Not sure if we caught that, but it is going to be a penalty. Manitoba still with the puck, though. Maybe be well advised to let Western touch it to get a full, longer 5-on-3. Nickel's going to bring it in instead, and he recognizes that, and now Western will touch it. And Manitoba will get a 55-second 5-on-3.
It's going to be a head contact from Russo, make it a 5-on-3 like you said. I think the junior ice players might have been confused with the hand up, thinking it was an offside as well. I don't know if they were calling it delayed offside, why Nickel left the puck there and allowed the Selects to touch. But like you mentioned, Rory, it's one of those things you talk about presence on the ice. You want, when you see a delayed penalty, to give it to the defending team right away so you can have more time on that 5-on-3 power play.
If you have an ensuing power play already.
Correct.
And back into the corner, so it's a 5-on-3. And Manitoba with possession. Up top, Simpson. 2 assists already. He'll go across. There's the shot from McLean and kept it along the ice, but stopped by McDonald. Saw him setting it up on a tee there was Simpson. Great little pass. McLean calling for it again. He's going to get it. He's going to walk into another shot. Tipped off a body. Rebound chance. McDonald, big save there to keep it a 2-goal game. Huge kill here for Western.
McLean with 2 chances there. The first one, this Clapper, kept it about knee height, or just below knee height, so it's a good tip-in shot. The second one was blocked by Max Blake. McDonald didn't have to make the save there, but he did have to goggle up that rebound to get us face-off.
Dinsmore face-off, still 5-on-3 for 29 more seconds for Manitoba. Simpson at the line. He'll go all the way into the corner. There was Jarzina. Up top for McLean. Walks the top. Back for Simpson. Now across, pass, rolling a bit. Going to be fired anyways. Dinsmore the trigger, out in front. Dinsmore battling, and near side as Simpson will come in. 5 seconds left now with a 5-on-3. Coming out of the box, across. Another opportunity. Shot there from Catronillo, and stopped by McDonald. There's a couple opportunities on that far side. Or Liam Hailstone it was, 91, not 97.
Yeah, Hailstone with a couple of shots.
Let's go quickly here to the replay. Sorry, Theo, as don't want to miss any of the live action. And you're getting a look at the goal by Manitoba.
Off the face-off. And able to corral is Selch, and Selch takes that one-legged shot directed to the net. And then you see Nickel with the second goal for him.
Now a long distance for a shot. This one blocked. Perfectly placed by Zeltinger. Manitoba battles it back out in front. Selch rebound, scores. It's the hat trick. Kale Nickel gives them 3, and the Hats come down on the ice. It's 4-1 Manitoba.
The Hats rain from the junior ice fans as they litter the ice.
Tons of Hats are coming down.
Wow. Nickel with the 3rd of the afternoon. Selch might get his 3rd assist as he took the initial shot and it carried him to the side of the net where Nickel was.
Well, referees got a little bit of work to do here for Manitoba as they pick up the Hats, and the fans got a little bit of work to do to sort out who's is who now. But Kale Nickel entered the game with 1 goal and 2 assists. Now has 3 goals. He's trying to be like Jack Allgood, Flavio Di Placido. I can come up there with you guys too.
And there's the ice players giving
the fans the Hats back.
Yeah.
Oh, giving the officials a hand, too, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
what I was more worried about. The officials don't have the scrapers to grab all the new helmets. We don't have the ice cleaning crew like
No.
we see in the professional hockey, you know, and the buckets, the big garbage buckets to collect them. But the fans here, we've seen squid, we've seen Cokes, we've seen coffees, now we see hats. I wonder if Allgood had a lot of hats thrown out for him for his third goal. We weren't here for that one.
Well, there wasn't a single Manitoba supporter with their hat still on their head after Cale Nickel, his third of the game, and that is another power play goal here for Manitoba. They lead 4-1. Back around the net, looking for more. Still 3:50 left in the second period, mind you. So plenty of time for Western to try and fight their way back. Only a 3-goal deficit.
Not a lot of time spent in the junior ice zone. Western's got to get a couple more shots on here before the period ends.
I believe we're going to get a couple more points here coming. Yes, it is. Selch will pick up his third point of the game. And Peters, the secondary assist. So I believe the first point of the game for Peters. Selch has a 3-point game, and Nichols got 3 goals.
Peters was that third forward there out there. He got the initial shot too.
So back into the corner. It'll be worked down low. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Period as Peters goes into the corner wall. Fought back into the slot. Thought I was losing my ability to talk there for a moment. Chipped back in front of the net, and McDonald will cover it.
We were testing the mics with the P's and the pounds and the pose and all that. So here we go to the instant replay of the Manitoba Junior Ice goal. And from behind the red line, first shot, second shot by Peters, gets the first one. Selch clears it over to Nickel, and the hats, as you see, fall from the skies or outside the glass area for Nickel's third of the afternoon.
Nichols had 2 goals on that blocker side, just opportunistic jumping on rebounds. Of course, his first of the night came on an absolute rocket over the glove side on the power play, but second similar goal like that for Cale Nichols. And third on the night. Now McLean will work it back in. Trying to go wide around Krieger. Still has it. Good drive by McLean. Now stops up. Look at it shake off the defense and sends it out in front. And now stripped off the puck as it'll be McDermott up the wall. Pans up, trying to clear. A little bit of a body check there, and rightfully called by the referee as a little too aggressive was Lorenzo, or no, it was Liam Hailstone heading towards the penalty box.
Pseudo soup can move there, trying to get the stick between the skates of the Western player and kind of caught him along the boards. He'll sit for 2 minutes or less to give the Selects here a power play, a much needed power play, some ozone time, if you will, against Cale Friesen, who hasn't been very busy here in the second frame.
No, not at all. I believe just 1 shot on net in the second period, as it was once all tied up at 5-5. It's now 18-8, the shots on goal favoring Manitoba. So out shooting them 13-3 over the last little while. How do you like that quick math?
I'm impressed.
As we're nearing the 2-minute mark remaining, it's a power play here, brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management, and sent all the way down the ice. Western Selects are 1 for 2 on the power play already. Their lone goal coming. Leibowitz. Now turn back around. Here goes Koenig, shorthanded, stopped by McDonald. And dropped down in front of him, but quick to pounce on that rebound.
Yeah, great job by Koenig, stripping Longridge along the far boards there to get a quick shot on McDonald. McDonald had to make that save to give this chance for this team to get the last minute 25, get him down the ice, get some ozone time on that power play. They did make that mark earlier, as Leibowitz, like you mentioned, make the goal. Also like to remind everyone that the math that Rory performed without calculator.
Up top now, Simpson drags, fires, tipped in front, and a great pad save, keeping it a 3-goal game by McDonald. Another opportunity, shorthanded and ripping it wide, looking for his 4th goal of the game. How about that for Cale
Look
Nickel?
at that thing just slide all along the dasher board. It started out where the Let's Go Manitoba sign is, and it went all the way into the junior ice bench, and the faceoff will come outside. But yeah, like you mentioned, more offense here on the penalty killing side as opposed to the offensive side of the power plays for the Selects.
Yeah, these dashers in West Edmonton Mall, not like a typical arena, as it's dug into the ground, and they're a lot wider. They're about
8 inches, I'd say.
8 inches wider than a normal one, I'd say. They're probably about a little over a foot. Yeah. So a lot of room for that puck to ride along the wall. Now a chance, shorthanded again. It's Densmore. Gonna try to bring it up one-handed, over skated and now forced back. Western trying to chip it around. These Morrow just getting back in enough time was McLean, and he'll send it all the way down. 1 minute, 3 seconds left in the period.
McLean able to get that last second hitch on that puck to clear the ice, 200 feet away from his own net.
Back for Mulligan, going wide. Mulligan now takes a shot, rebound, big one coming off, and pushed back across the front of the net. Russo at the line. He'll lay into a shot off a leg and into the glove. That one hit the elbow of Zeltinger and redirected about 2 feet on Friesen, but still flashed the leather.
Zeltinger able to get the arm on that shot by Russo, but thankfully that catching mitt of Friesen was wide awake because that side of the net was wide open. It could have been a great mark for the Selects, but equal to the test was Cale Friesen.
Densmore on the draw. Morrow, Connolly, and Gwynn for Western. Morrow wins it back to Blake. Blake will take a look. This one almost redirected again. Flies wide on the left. Blocker hand side of Friesen. Morrow into the corner. Couple good chances here. Last minute push for Western. Trying to get back within 2 prior to heading into the third. In towards the corner. All the way back to the point. Out of the box. And now a chance. Shoots as Blake blocked into the slot. Selch back out. And one last rush up the ice for Manitoba. And offside. So that'll negate that opportunity.
Yeah, Selch decided to make an extra move to go extremely wide on the Selects, putting his 2 other forwards offside there with a 10.7 left in the frame. Before we go to a flood in the 15-minute third period.
20-11, the shots on goal. It'll be Densmore taking the draw, lining up against Connolly. Or Celebrini, sorry. It's King battling. Rodrigue battling, bouncing puck. Rodrigue backs it back in, but that'll do it for the second period of play. Western Selects were able to tie the game up 1-1 off the goal by Leibowitz, but then 3 straight goals by Manitoba, and 2 of them, including his hat-trick goal scored by Cale Nickel. It's 4-1 for Manitoba.
Cale Nickel with 3 goals on the night. Selch with 3 helpers. Friesen 2 helpers. And Peters helping out on that final goal for Nichols to give him the hat trick for the Manitoba Junior Ice.
4-1 for Manitoba as we'll take a break, and when we come back, a period scoring summary and third period puck drop here at the Brick Invitational after 2 periods of play on AST.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment. Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins Hotel and Weiser's Restaurant and Bar, located
Welcome back inside West Edmonton Mall. Rory McGoran and Theo Tutcluck joining you. How about me getting this last name of yours down? I don't think I've fumbled it once.
You've done very well. When you separate the syllables, it's very easy. McGoran's a lot easier than Tutcluck, I'll be honest with you, yes. But great job this week.
As the Western Selects trail Manitoba 4-1. It's been the Cale Nicholl show, though, with a hat trick, and we got to look here at his second goal of the game.
So as we get from behind the net, it's actually Densmore's goal. As Densmore gets the pass from behind the net, I believe it was
that was Manitoba's second goal of the game, which was Densmore, and then back-to-back more for Cale Nicholl.
That's correct. So
the third and the fourth. I believe we pulled now the third goal here, which is Nicholl's second goal of the game. You'll see the work again. Shot coming from Selch. Once again on that far post, Nicholl scored 2 of his goals there coming off rebounds.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, that first one that he got there in the first period against McDonald, right above the glove, a great looking shot. But this line, this tandem of Nicholl and Selch has been phenomenal in the first 2 periods.
Face-off going to be won here by Western as they try to bring it into Manitoba's zone. Quickly thrown back around. Near side battle. Mulligan tipped off his stick. Straddling along the blue line of Manitoba. Western forced back to go near their own zone. Celebrini after the rolling puck. Throws it across to the defenseman in Russo. Russo, long lead. Crisp one, but broken up now by Rodrigue. Slid inside Manitoba zone. Moore. Right back out towards the point and gets past Mulligan and will go all the way down the ice.
Yeah, the key for the Western Selects here in the final frame is to get into the more offensive zone and spend less time in their zone, get more shots towards freezing because they have to get a couple more goals to get back in this.
Celebrini strips the player of the puck, works it back out to center ice. Now Peters will do the same. Maybe out of the lane down the right. Peters lays one on McDonald. Knocked into the corner. 1 minute gone here in the third. 4-1 the score for Manitoba. Still anyone's game, and a tripping penalty, though, coming up to Western. That one's going to be tough. Got to kill that. It's Manitoba going back to the power play.
Yeah, it looks like it's RJ Celebrini, I believe, using too much of the body behind his net, catching the junior ice player behind the goal. He'll sit for 2 minutes or less as the official makes the call for body contact.
2 minutes on the board for Celebrini. Power play for Manitoba. Nicholl back on the ice with Peters and Selch. Simpson and McLean on the point. Top power play out here for Manitoba. Simpson down the wall. That's Selch. Set up again to Simpson. Simpson snaps a shot off a stick and just over the net. Didn't miss the crossbar by much. Peters and Nicholl into the corner. Trying to be battled out is Krieger. Good work by Krieger, though, to keep it away from the front of the net. And now one more to the blue line, held in by Simpson. Sent down the board. Simpson going to try to hold again. Gwynn trying to force it out, and now just splitting the 2D was McDermott and gets it all the way down.
1:20 here left in the power play for the junior ice. Great job by the Selects to clear the puck along the boards and keep it away from harm.
McLean back behind the net. And far side will be worked out. Peters. Winnipeg still with the same 5 out. 1 minute now nearing gone on the power play. Peters in towards the corner. Leibowitz there. Also Krieger worked back out. Peters, 4th goal as Nichols gets number 4. And it's 5-1 for Manitoba.
A great unselfish play there done by Peters. Peters grabbing the loose puck off the side corner there. And he skates towards the front of the net. And he attracts the defenseman and McDonald to go towards him, leaving Nicholl wide open on the side, on the far post for his 4th of the night. Just unbelievable.
Might be the game of the tournament so far. I think it is the game of the tournament so far. 4 goals for Nicholl. He now has 5 goals and 7 points, so he will climb near the top. I believe the top has 9 points in this tournament right now, but Nicholl entered the game with 3, and now he's got 7 to go along with 5 goals.
Maybe it's 2 games in the matter part of 5 hours for the junior ice that's helped them out, benefited.
Already raring to go was Cale Nicholl. And 4 goals on the night. How about set up by Peters? It's a 4-point night for Peters as well. Power play goal, 5-1 Manitoba. Longridge back in. Longridge wide, nice little move to shake free. Now backdoor pass, a chance, rolling on to the near side. Peters and Selch, the assists. Any surprise there? I think all three of them have 4-point nights.
I think Selch has the 4 points, 4 assists. I think Peters has 2 because he wasn't a part of the first goal for Nickel, first 2 goals for Nickel. But we'll find out.
Care to put a wager on it? We can look that up.
Rory's
12:09
he's going to test me.
12:09 left in the third period. 22-11, the shots on goal. I think when I was downstairs in the...
I think Friesen has 2 assists from the point. That's why Peters may not have 4.
Selch now racing in after it. They're saying it was a 15-shot period in the second for Manitoba. Put a lot of rubber on top of McDonald. Now into the corner, Nickel looking for more. He's still got 11 minutes and 46 seconds of this game. Maybe get a handful of goals himself. Is back in towards the corner wall. Slid out. On it, CJ Panza. They'll get knocked off the puck by Nickel. Back the other way. Nickel trying to drive it back in towards the zone. Panza doing a good job working against him. On it here, Celebrini fires it across ice. And now Selch, Koenig, Calder, Nickel battling along the corner. Just outside of Western Select Zone will be brought in. Koenig, turn back around, Mulligan. Finding the puck is Calder.
Got to get the players off the ice, and
Yeah, too many men.
he's stirring the pot. That means it's too many men on the ice for the Manitoba Junior Ice. It's 4 players are trying to get changed there all at once, but just throwing the puck into the skates of the Manitoba Junior Ice. One of those players is going to have to sit for the bench minor.
You called it before you happened. You got to get that change in.
Got to get it off the ice. That's where the coach has to start grabbing the players a little quicker, you know.
That'll be a power play coming up for the Western Selects, and you were right. So you win the bet. 4 points for Lyric Selch, and then 2 assists each for Drew Simpson, the defenseman, and Bentley Peters, the other forward on that line. But that line has combined for 10 points in this game alone.
They're doing a great job for the latter half of that second and now the third period.
Shot from Gwynn, long distance and sharp angle. Catching that one's Friesen, stopping his 11th of 12th shot face so far. 1:48 left from the power play for Western.
And then also having those other teammates involved, getting the assist, knowing that it's unselfish hockey. It's getting the pass in the right area, getting the passing lane available, getting the shot plus the rebound. So all the players are getting involved. It's not unassisted goals.
Now a penalty is going to be coming up here as Densmore got tripped up by Russo, and Russo's going to head to the box. That's going to nullify the Western Selects power play, but we're going to get a little fun open ice action, 4-on-4 for 1:41 seconds, barring any other calls.
Russo looks like he's a little bit injured as he lost his stick and got a little bumped in there. Went Densmore on that penalty. We'll see if he does elect to go to the penalty box as opposed to getting assistance on the bench. So we will see some 4-on-4 hockey. A little more open ice, not that they really need it at the age of 10. It's quite a large ice surface for these young guys.
Moore now across, D to D. There is Simpson, walks into one. This one deflected back and over the net. CJ Panza on it, all the way down, but this one's going to be icing as 4-on-4. 10:34 remaining here in the third period, 5-1. Stick with us, of course, right along ASTV for day 3 of the Brick Invitational as we get 3 more games. Team Pennsylvania will take on Connecticut next at 3:50. Then Detroit against the Toronto Bulldogs at 5:30. And the final one, Boston Junior Bruins against BC Junior Canucks at 7:10.
We thought McLean had the clapper, but Simpson's got a cannon as well. We got to watch out for that one.
Nickel across. This one's going to miss the mark, though, of Simpson. And a rattle back out to center ice. Played up now. That was Moore looking to hit Peters up ahead. Koenig. As Leibowitz in, but offside is going to be Gwynn. And we're going to stop it to play. 10:13 remaining in this 5-1 game. So Drew Simpson with 2 assists is going to get 4 points on the tournament. Bentley Peters has 2 assists as well, so he's got 3 assists on the tournament. And Selch came in with 3 goals and 1 assist, picked up 4 points tonight, so he's actually going to go up to 8, where Nickel has 7 points. And Selch will be tied with all good and 1 point back of DiPlacido of Montreal. McLean into the corner. Cross trying to send it in front to Densmore, but broken up. Nice play coming back to the way was Calder, finding Leibowitz. Leibowitz breaks it wide. In now is Leibowitz, shoots, great save by Friesen, puck into the air and knocked free.
I think that went off Friesen's helmet and got stuck right in front of the net there. Rebound quickly turned away by the junior ace defenseman, but a great rush by Leibowitz inside out, making a great lateral move to evade the defender.
22 seconds left of 4-on-4. There'll be a brief Manitoba power play for 17 seconds after that, as we pass the 10-minute mark here in the third and final frame of game number 5. Leibowitz back down the boards. In front for Gwynn, stopping it up, shoots, 5-hole closed. Friesen shuts the door again. McDermott at the line, another long wrist shot, this one wide. Gwynn gonna gobble it up. Power play now for Manitoba, brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group and Scotia Wealth Management, and 9 seconds left on that power play though, so short-lived. They'll be working it out of the zone. Maybe one last rush here up the ice as Zeltinger will take it. Rodrigue calling for it. Now gets a little bump there from Leibowitz, knocks him off balance. McDermott picks up the puck and he'll cross center ice. McDermott working on Hailstone, leaning him up against the boards. That's going to jar the puck free, and Peters will collect it. Peters stepped up into by Celebrini. Peters getting it back, keeping his feet moving, driving it down the wall. Hailstone with Morrow on his back. Smith trying to tip it off the body. He does, and now Celebrini back the other way. Back and forth across, action at both ends. Celebrini going to pass it across to Smith. Krieger will bounce it out to Smith. Those two tied up. Hailstone, Peters digging it out of the pile is Koenig. Koenig back the other way into the attacking zone. In across, Hailstone a chance. Rolling puck. And this one slips by McDonald. It'll be the 6th of the game. And I believe getting credit for it is Liam Hailstone. And it's 6-1 for Manitoba.
Koenig tries to get the shot on net, and it goes off the Western Selects defender. And there is Hailstone, who just is able to touch it before it gets to McDonald's pads. McDonald thought it was under the pad, but it sneaks by the far post of McDonald to make it a 6-1 game for Manitoba. Relentless on those rebounds are the junior ice, and that's been one of the differences here in the game. The second-hand shots and the second chances that the junior ice have been able to work on have proved dividends on the score sheet.
Well, a couple of sixes put up on the board in the last couple games. Montreal Canadiens, of course, defeated Saskatchewan Junior Pats 6-0. And now Manitoba up on Western Selects 6-1. As Jarzina, goes up to Peters, across to Hailstone. Another shot on net, a rebound. They crash the net. McDonald thinks he has it underneath him. No goal signaled the referee. Not sure where that puck was. Yes, it was under the stretched body of McDonald.
It was under the stretched body, under a couple of players as well, and the official making the quick motion of a kicking motion. So it'd be no goal as it did slide into the net. We'll get the discussion here by both benches.
Hailstone credited with that last goal, unassisted on for the 6th goal from Manitoba.
Shouldn't that face-off come outside if it was there we go.
They are going to move it now outside of the zone, the Western Select. So we got 7:35 left here in the third period. Jarzina, a little impeded with, but will pop back up, work the puck back down low. Mulligan flips it up for Gwynn. Peters now battling with it. Jarzina, Peters into the scrum. Gwynn, Calder waiting outside of it. Mulligan, the third one in there for the Selects. It'll finally be moved down. Peters lost it. Far side for Russo. Rings it around the boards, and now Gwynn will pick it up. Gwynn lifts out. Anderson. Fire it back up the boards. Gwynn. Peters out there as well. He'll be found by Jarzina. Open man on the far side looking to hit him. He does. It's Simpson. Bringing it in to Simpson. He'll take a go at the net, right into the glove of McDonald, and he'll hold it. Been busy night for McDonald in net. 26 shot by Winnipeg Ice.
26 shots.
Manitoba Ice.
Manitoba Ice, yes. Friesen able to get that puck in there. He's looking for a wholesale change. They're getting 5 fresh skaters. So both teams, as we get a face-off to the left of McDonald, who has been the goalie that's been busier of the two. We can probably say that the Western Selects have had both netminders have faced the most shots in this tournament, perhaps. We'll probably get that stat before their game tomorrow.
So of course, they got players from all over Manitoba. Shot scores! Densmore's second of the game, and it's a lucky number 7 for Team Manitoba.
Densmore picking that puck up on the top of the circle, skating towards that Main Street area and taking a rifle shot, this time over the blocker side. And like you said, it's a 7-1 game.
A big aspect, too, you got to take into consideration is Manitoba will now even up their standings at 2-2. They will have 6 points, which puts them right around the playoff line. They're going to need to keep winning. But if there's a fact of a tie, it's about goal differential. And winning 7-1 is certainly going to help that aspect.
Absolutely. When you think about the games that they did lose, I believe one of them was against Minnesota. It's only
lost 4-0 to Minnesota.
Yep. So it wasn't, and then they beat CCM earlier today, 4-3.
4-3, and they lost 3-2.
So close games, but this 7th spot definitely helps out in the GFGA area, and that could be dividends should they stay in the winning column to come tomorrow as well.
Morrow shot, loose one at the side of the net, rebound, poked home. As the Western Selects will get back on the board, and this one, CJ Connolly. And his first goal of the tournament finds a loose puck on the backside and makes it 7-2.
We had Moreau, King making a couple of extra shots there at the front of the net, and there was the goal scorer, Connolly, able to get it on the back post. Seems to be a common trend here. The back post has been the fortunate place of scoring for every single team that we've called here at the Brick Invitational. And for Connolly, great to see them continue to put the puck on the net and get it by Cale Friesen to make it a 7-2 hockey game.
So Connolly with his first. Morrow should pick up an assist on that one as well. That'll be his second point of the tournament. That's firing it back up. King brought it in briefly, couldn't keep it there. Koenig back the other way. Koenig sliding it up ahead. Here's Selch. 4 assists on the night for Selch. Got to think he's marched his way into your 3 stars of the game. I'm already going to guess who's number 1. You don't even have to guess. 4-goal game for Cale Nickel. That's usually enough to do it. And back comes Connolly looking for his second. What a feed by Connolly. That's going to lead in. Moore shot backhand. Stopped by Friesen. Rebound. They score. Stick-to-itiveness. And in the back of the net, Santana King. And it's 7-3.
That's exactly it. Staying with that loose puck. First save made by Friesen, but then King able to put it again to guess where? The back post.
Yeah.
And sneaks in just before the junior ice defender was able to try to pull on the net. But making it a bit of a hockey game here. Still a bit of time left. It's a 7-3 score. We see goals scored in bunches. Will we continue to see?
Don't go anywhere.
We could be into quite a finish here.
It's still a 4-goal game. A big hill to climb, but Peters going back the other way. 5.5 minutes, seeing crazier things. We saw a goal score with 0.5 seconds left to tie it up just 2 games ago. Now up top, Jarzina trying to bank one in towards that of McDonald. Blocked by Gwynn. Jarzina gets it back, rolls it down low. CJ Connolly getting the first or the second goal of the game for Westerns, the first one in the last 30 seconds. And then he made a beautiful pass to spring in Santana King on that 3rd goal of the game. Another one into the corner. Peters trying to bank it up into Jarzina. Santana King will pick up the goal. And CJ Connolly the assist, of course. And then Mahuri Moreau is picking up the secondary assist, so another point for Moreau. 2 on the night for him. Gwynn going to try to bank it in. Celebrini now worked it into Smith. Onto the stick of Celebrini, going wide. Celebrini backdoor trying to get to Smith, and it bounces right to the line. Mulligan will let one fly. That one hit a body in front in Jarzina. More pressure here from Western, trying to get within 4. They pull the goalie actually now as it's 6-on-5 as Western with the extra attacker. 4 minutes left and an early pull, but why not when you're down by 4? Russo at the blue line, shot got through and stopped, and now rebound, another chance at the side, down is Friesen, they score! Celebrini sleeps one in on the backhand, and it's a 3-goal game.
Pulling the goalie, adding the extra attacker on the ice for the Western Selects, and that was almost Ovechkin-esque as he's lying on the ground, and he slides it backhand. Celebrini, is that his 2nd of the game already? He scored
First for Celebrini.
First for Celebrini, okay. but a great second effort for Celebrini as he's able to get it past Friesen. We've got a 3-goal game with 3:56 left here in this third final frame.
Wild.
Absolutely amazing. No quit by the Selects. Great to see.
4 different goal scores for the Selects. Leibowitz was the first one, Celebrini the latest one, and then of course Connolly and King, the two you just saw prior. Well, how much longer before McDonald comes out of the net? You can see coach's hand is already up. Rodrigue trying to keep it in, and there he goes. Net's empty again. Morrow going to slide it across. If they could get back within 2, this would be insane for the Western Selects. All the way down the ice. Russo's got to hurry. Rodrigue going to try to get a step. Russo wins it and sweeps it out of the zone. So Boston Gwynn picking up an assist on that one. Another chance, King into the zone. Morrow, far side, Connolly bringing it in. I think Jack Leibowitz is picking up the first assist to go along with Gwynn on the goal by Celebrini.
Yeah, Connolly just unable to hold on to that loose puck to get into the blue line, sending a couple of his forwards offside as we get a stoppage here.
So face-off coming outside of Manitoba zone. For the meantime, McDonald going to head back to the net.
And fairly smart move. I mean, he's sitting halfway through the hash marks there. You can probably get to the bench in about 4.2 seconds. So if they were able to get possession, which they do now have after the scrum.
Expect to see McDonald to go back. Now the puck gets knocked all the way back inside Western Select zone.
They're trying to get Boston Gwynn here to sit on the top blue line to spread this open a bit for a I don't want to say a cherry pass.
Yeah, well, Boston Gwynn is at the opposite blue line behind everyone. I'm not sure if Manitoba recognizes it. The coach is trying to get their attention, and now they finally do.
Finally, Moore realizes there's a guy behind me.
Yeah. There's 2 minutes, 39 seconds. It'll roll past. Here comes Celebrini again. McDonald to the bench. The net's empty. Down by 3 with 2:33 remaining on the Selects. Banging into each other, 2 teammates, Selch and Nickel. Nickel's going to go for it. Does he have enough for the 5th? And no, just misses on the near side. Picked up by the Selects. Nice little step play there by McDermott. To walk free in across center. Here comes the sun, but is there any light left here for Western to try and bid a comeback? McDermott. Rolling puck. Leibowitz. 2 minutes now left here in the game. Around for Morrow. Morrow taking it wide. Top of the circle. Morrow now knifes in the slot, gets tripped up. Going to be a power play. A bouncing one towards the net. And it'll be covered by Friesen as Gwynn tries to clear traffic in front. But how about the Western Selects now? They're going to pull the goalie and get a power play. It'll be a 6-on-4. They've now got 20 shots on goal, and it seems like all this has come in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
It just seems that once you get that first goal, the momentum continues and continues. Like you said, 6-on-4 here. They've called a timeout here for the Western Selects as well. Trying to draw up a game plan. They got to find 3 in the last minute and 50 seconds or so here of the third period. But like you said, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This trend of back post goal scoring, but also the trend of scoring in bunches has proved dividends for both squads here. And currently 2 unanswered for the Western Selects to get back into this game. And 6-on-4 for quite a bit of time here. As you see, they haven't put up the other penalty yet. Or sorry, just the 1 penalty, but they've pulled the goalie.
Yes.
So that we don't have the net, but that negates the icing calls for the Manitoba Junior Ice. So they have a free pass here.
Free shot at it.
Does Nickel get on the ice?
He's not right now. It's McLean, Simpson, Hailstone, and Peters. And for the Western Selects, Leibowitz, Calder, Smith, Russo, Gwynn, Celebrini. Net is empty, 6-on-4. They're going to need to do a lot of work here, and they trail by 3, but they did trail by 6 at one point, so they've gotten the first half of it out of the way. Face-off now. Peters against Celebrini. Tied up. Celebrini trying to fight it back. Peters gets it to the wall. Backhand all the way out of the zone. It's going to force Western to check up. Now out. Tipped and off the glass. Stays in and they're onside. At the blue line. Good job Calder to hold. Walks the line with a pass to Leibowitz now. Bringing it down low. Leibowitz with 1 goal and 1 assist already in this game. Calder Back up top, fires the shot, tipped in front and just rolls past the net. In behind, trying to get it is Smith.
Looks
Kind of
like
laying
Smith
in
is
the puck.
sitting on the puck, yeah.
Down underneath the Gwyn, all the way down the ice, and the Western Selects going to have to hustle back into their own zone.
Just over 1 minute here left in the 6-on-4.
Out through for Simpson. He takes a bump from Gwyn, but going to be offside as Hailstone brings it back in offside. We got a last minute of the play, so Western Selects running out of time. 56 seconds remaining. Love to see the effort out of them, though, for not giving up, even though down by 6 and getting it a little closer.
Oh, great job by the Selects. If they can just try to find another couple of minutes, good scoring opportunities to make it closer, we're in for a great ending to this third period.
Nickel back out. He's got 4 goals tonight, does Nickel. Simpson, pair of assists, will rattle it back in. Russo now to King. King's got a goal in today's game as well. Will roll a backhand down low. Simpson back for it. He'll sweep it all the way around the boards. Leibowitz comes in. This one turned over. Nickel overskated it. Chance on the backhand. Now up. Russo, 34 seconds. Shot blocked. Nickel trying to get towards it. Now breaking out of the zone is Simpson. Going to get past the first layer. Can he get another one? Dinsmore's shot. He wants a hat trick as well. This one bounced out to the far side. Connolly, he's got a goal and an assist. We'll work it in. 20 seconds left. Shoots it into the corner. Back for it goes Morrow. Morrow now slided it back into the slot. 10 seconds remaining here in this one. And the Manitoba Junior Ice will even up the record, pick up 3 valuable points, go to 2-2 with a 7-4 victory here over the Western Selects.
And a great effort, not only playing a great game now, but playing 2 in literally 6 hours of time. And a little bit of that offense breaking out today. 4 in the first game and 7 in the second. 11 goals in the last 2 games for the Manitoba Junior Ice. And what can't you say about Cale Nickel? I mean, 4 goals.
Crazy.
I mean, have we seen a 4-goal game by a player yet this tournament?
Not in this tournament. No,
so
4-goal games. That's a first. Seen a few hat tricks. That's the first 4-goal game by Nickel here at the Brick Invitational. It helps lead to a 7-4 win. And big points there for Manitoba, who's going to even up this record at 2-2. But even more so, both their wins coming to regulation. So it's an extra point in both of them. And with the win, they will go all the way to a tie of second place with the Toronto Bulldogs, albeit Toronto has played one less game. You're going to see the Bulldogs later on today take on the Detroit Junior Red Wings at 5:30. But with the win, they will have played 4 games. First place in the Wigston Divisions team, Minnesota, with 10 points. Then Toronto and Manitoba have 6 points each. Toronto Pro Hockey on the outside looking in with 5 points, albeit Manitoba has played 4 games. Minnesota's played 4 games. Both Toronto teams have just played 3.
Manitoba doing what they need to do today to get 6 out of 6 points.
Absolutely.
And you know what? It puts a bit more pressure on the middle of that Wigston division. I mean, you talk about teams that go to overtime. Well, you only get 2 points for an overtime win. That third and pivotal, that regulation win can prove dividends for these Manitoba Junior Ice squad. They only have 1 game left, or they have a 5th game still to go, 2 games left. But the thing is, for them, they know that they've done and they find great success here on day 3 of the Brick Invitational.
Well, and what does that mean now for the win by Toronto Pro Hockey? They were down 3-1 against Minnesota, came back, scored with 30 seconds left, scored with 0.5 seconds left, and then won it in overtime. If they lose in regulation, they're not picking up any of those points, and Manitoba now has its standing alone in 3rd place there and in the playoffs. But that's why this tournament is so entertaining and crazy. You never know.
The excitement of this tournament never ends.
As well as your scoring summary is Theo heads down, and we'll get an interview with the 3 stars of the game. And your scoring summary, brought to you by the Brick. So CJ Connolly picking up the 3rd star of the game. Had a goal and an assist tonight. And a great performance there to try and get the Western Selects back into this one. 2nd star of the game. Gotta think it's Selch. Yeah, it is. It's Lyric Selch, the 2nd goal of the game. 4 assists for Selch. What a performance from him. No doubt about it on the first, though, with 4 goals. Cale Nickel with 4 goals, your first star of the game. No doubt about it for Cale Nickel. Wrapping up your scoring summary. 4 points for Nickel, 4 points for Selch, 2 points each for Densmore, Simpson, Peters, and Cotronillo. 1 point for Hailstone and 1 point for Rodrigue. On for the Western Selects players, you got 2 points for Connolly, King, Leibowitz, and Morrow. And then 1 point each for Celebrini, Calder, Gwynn, and Longridge. Freeze in the goaltender net, picks up the win, 7-4. Let's head down now to Theo, who's ready with the third star of the game, CJ Connolly.
Here we are with our third star of the game, CJ Connolly, a goal and assist. CJ, great game out there. How did it feel?
Great, it was really fun.
What have you enjoyed so much in the first 3 days of this tournament so far?
It's just really cool to just play in a mall and it's just super fun experience.
How crazy, you get to play ice in a mall. Do you have this back home?
No.
So the fans, the horseshoes, the cheering, tell us about that first goal for you on the back post. Is that something you guys work on during practices?
Sometimes, yeah. We just really develop. We haven't been together for a really long time either.
So developing that chemistry certainly helps out. You wear number 24. Is that your favorite number?
It's my birthday, so that's really why I chose it.
Great choice. Anyone you want to say hi to back home?
Maybe my dad and sister and aunt.
There we go. CJ Connolly with a goal and assist here, our third star. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Let's get our second star of the game now. With 4 helpers to go along with several goals throughout the tournament. Lyric Selch, correct?
Yeah.
Lyric, 4 assists. Does it help you have a great line mate in number 10?
Yes, he's I don't know how he does it. He's got such a great shot. It's unbelievable.
You have some goals from prior to 4 helpers today. What was so important about getting ready for game 2 after playing literally 6 hours ago? How did you get all the energy?
You just gotta rest and yeah.
So Lyric says a little bit of rest. What's on plan for the rest of the day? More rest, more hydration, some ice baths?
Yeah, definitely. We gotta drink a lot of water, get hydrated, and just settle down and prepare for our next game.
Who would you like to say hello to back in Manitoba?
Some of my friends, Eddie, my teachers, and my family and stuff.
Giving a prop to the teachers. Well done. Lyric Selch, our second star. Thanks for joining us. And we have our first star of the game. The first time in the Brick Tournament this week, a 4-goal nodder. Cale Nickel. Cale, congratulations. 4 goals. Couldn't do that without your teammates, right?
Yeah. All thanks to Lyric Selch over there. He got all 4 of those assists. Thanks to him, I wouldn't have any of these goals.
Let's talk about that first one, because you had a pass from Simpson. It skipped over the defender's stick right onto yours, and you kind of looked off the defender and then found it upstairs above the glove. Which one of the 4 were your favorite?
I would say that one because I just didn't really mean to put it up there. I just shot the puck and it went in.
There we have it. So you wear number 10. Is that your favorite number?
Yeah.
Why do you wear number 10? Who's your favorite?
I don't know. I've just been wearing number 10 since I was a kid.
It's a pretty lucky number in Winnipeg. You know who wore number 10 for the Jets, right?
No.
Oh, maybe Dad will know, but that's Mr. Howardchuk. Anyway, who's your favorite player in the NHL?
I would have to say Cale McCarr, maybe.
Cale McCarr getting the shout-out from the Avalanche, Stanley Cup winner. Who'd you like to say hello to back home?
I'd like to say hello to my grandparents that are watching right now.
Cale Nickel, the 4-goal performance here, the Manitoba Junior Ice, 6 points out of 6 points, putting them back in play for the divisional championships. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here on ASTV.